Hello, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Today is June 21st. It's time for my second vlog. What you need to know about owning a cat or two is the name of the vlog. And today's vlog will have 10 points, just like the last one. We will discuss the following: spending quality time with your cats, clean litter box every day, feed twice per day and snacks, cut their nails at least once a month, visually check their well-being daily. Smokey, you're gonna sit and relax. Thank you. Let's do that. See, now he's good. He's good. He's just, we're gonna keep him in the shot. Okay, so next, bladder blockage in males is devastating. Have a regular doctor office for your cats. Have an emergency doctor office for your cats. Make sure your cats are hydrated during hot summer days. And don't overfeed your cats. These are the 10 points. Now, last vlog, just to kind of go over those quickly, on June 10th, 2024, I went over the following. Cats respond to love. Cats trust the love. Cats thrive on love. Cats run in fear. Cats bite unexpectedly. Cats lick humans. Cats climb on everything. Cats befriend other cats or not. Cats drink less water than other animals. And cats want human affection, like this little rascal right here. Now, for today's vlog, spend quality time with your cats. It is important to do that for them, for you. If you get connected, I tell you, you're looking forward to that time when you come home from work or from going out, and your pets, your cats in this case, are waiting on you. Sometimes they'll tell you, hey, what took you so long? You know, I've been over here by myself, wanting your interaction, affection, love, all of the above. They thrive on that. They love that. Right, Smokey? You know what love is? You know what love is? See? He's doing that. He's feeling it. He knows we're talking about love. He knows it. So, if you have a camera, when you leave, look at it and see what I do. I know my cats, sometimes they'll come to the door, and this guy especially, since he's been around the longest, he will say something. He might have a little cry or something at the door. And then, of course, when we come back, whichever the case is, he gets excited. And they all do. They kind of run to the door to see what's going on, who's coming. They're expecting us. And so, yeah, I think it's important. See, like right now, he's touching me. So I'm going to try to get that in the shot. He likes to be part of this conversation. And that is, see, look at that. You're so cute, Smokey. You showing the people how to make connections with humans? Yeah? I love you. I know my boy. Doofus. You're my boy. You're my boy. Moving on. Number 2. Clean the litter box every day. Very important. Very important. Especially when you have more than one cat. I've got here 11 cats in the house. We got one outside that's probably next month going to go back to its his owner. I want to say his. I don't know but it's his in my eyes. Charlie. And you see videos of him. You'll still see some videos of him before he goes. But yeah, he will definitely go there. I would keep him inside. But for some reason, Charlie is a fighter, and he'll fight till death. You know, he did it with Coco a couple of times, and I don't allow it anymore. So that's why they're separated. Coco's upstairs, Charlie's outside. He gets lonely sometimes, and that's what breaks my heart. I wish I could bring him inside here with the rest of the cats. but I can't. I really cannot. But I'm giving him the best love and care that I can outside. Moving on. Oh, with the litter boxes, the rule is one per cat, but I do not buy the ones from the store. I actually buy the big tubs from Home Depot. You can buy them from Lowe's, anywhere. And I actually cut out with the torch an opening in the box and fill that up with sand. And so I have 4 big ones downstairs and then 3 big ones upstairs for all the cats, for 11 cats. That works well for us. We clean them every day. Sometimes I might scoop, in the evening, if I see something really busy there, I might take some extra stuff out. But usually, just in the morning is my time to scoop all the litter boxes and, give them fresh sand if they need to. Once a month, we'll rotate the sand and put it out in one box and then let that one kind of run itself out until there's not enough to have. Then we throw that out and fill that with new sand, because I think even that's important when it comes to litter boxes. All right, feed twice a day and snacks. That's number 3. So we usually feed them twice a day. Those are the main meals in the morning when we wake up, and then I'll have, and that's okay. The meal is 1 scoop of dry food, which is a normal size scoop, not a big one, like a medium, maybe medium size scoop. And then I'll take, for the cats downstairs, 6 cats, I'll take a big can of the Purina that we get from the store, and I split it 6 ways. You done? Okay. Well, you gotta move. Thank you. Oh, now he's just doing on the... Oh, wow. Okay. All right, so a scoop for every cat of dry food, and then a big can of Purina split into 6. That's what I do for the cats downstairs. Upstairs cats, they're not mine to worry about right now. Christina's handling that very well. And then the outside cat, Charlie, I give him the same, like a scoop. I said medium, but probably even a small scoop. Whatever comes in the collagen containers from Costco, one of those scoops. So one of those, and then of course I'll give him half of a small can for him, since he's outside. I want him to eat better. And then make sure I change his water every day. Litter box every day, of course, as it goes without say. Moving on. Cut their nails at least once a month. That one I'm trying to do. I don't want to lie. Sometimes it goes more than a month that I cut their nails, but usually, Smokey, you gotta sit somewhere. Usually once a month, wife and I get together and we cut their nails, and as a reward, Smokey, what are you doing, you baby? What are you doing? Let's not make noises, yeah? Thank you. So, okay. All right, so once a month is the best time. If you do it maybe every 2 weeks, let me be completely honest. She's asking me to do it every 2 weeks. I can't. Sometimes I forget, I get sidetracked, but we will try at least once a month. And I just cut their nails yesterday or the day before, and I give them treats. Some of them, the cats don't like it, and it's probably because I don't do it enough times to where they're comfortable with me cutting their nails, but I think we're going to get there. And make sure when you cut their nails, do not cut deep, especially at first, because they got nerves in the nail. So like the nerve will go all the way almost to the end of where you see the curved nail. But so you cut it because if you cut it too deep, they'll start bleeding. That's not good. And then also, if you cut it too deep, it hurts. Supposedly they cut in the nerve, but if you cut it gradually, the nerve withdraws, kind of goes back. In every time you cut, it goes back a little bit more. So that is important to keep up with the nails. Next, visually check their well-being daily. You have to do that. When you feed them, you look at them, make sure, especially at feeding time, if you see a cat that's not coming to feeding time or just sitting in a corner or under a chair or hiding somewhere under a bed, that's a bad sign. That cat is not feeling well at all. It doesn't mean that you have to take the cat to the doctor. It might just mean that cat at that moment it's going through something. Sometimes these cats will take a day or half a day of not eating. You see, I'm getting my hair done. This boy is like just licking me all over. And I'm not stopping him because that would kill into the bonding time that we have and the affection. I know. I guess he likes doing it. Let me just leave it at that. So if you see, like I've had baby the other day, he was sitting under the chair when I was giving people the second course of, because I gave him dry food. Well, wife gave him dry food, and I came in with the can after she left, and then I realized he's not there. Usually he's first. Him and his mom usually there. They want their food. He wasn't there. So I watched him. Within the next hour or so, he started kind of vomiting, but there was already a vomit with his food that he ate apparently before I even got to him to the kitchen. On the living room floor, there was actually two piles. One big pile of eat. You can see the dry food in there, and then the second one. But then, because there was nothing in his stomach, he kept throwing up, but just nothing. Just kind of like looking like saliva, white stuff, whatever he had. Poor thing. I feel so bad for him. And within an hour, he did like 3 or 4 of those empty, and then within 30 minutes after that, he did 3 or 4. So that's on the fourth one was kind of had something red in it, and it's probably because he was just forcing himself to throw up like that when there was nothing to be thrown up out of the stomach. So that's when I decided to take him to the doctor, and we did go to the doctor. It cost a lot of money, almost $500. Well, this is like around $450. Had 3 X-rays. Had an X-ray expert look at that because we thought at first he might have to have surgery. The doctor thought it was some kind of blockage in his intestine, and then there's some gas, and then right past the stomach in the intestine that was okay, but the blockage was not. And I thought maybe he ate something. Thank God. Thank you. The X-ray expert said there was nothing, no concerns. We brought him back home. I brought him back home. And after that, you've seen in my shorts that I've been posting, he's actually happy. He eats, he runs, he plays. So I think he's okay now. He went over whatever he was dealing with. But it took an exam first. X-ray. They looked at his mouth, checked his temperature. He was a little bit higher than normal by 1 degree. And what else? Oh, medications, dehydration medication, and medication for the stomach. Just calm the stomach down so you won't throw up constantly. You just kind of relaxed him. So things add up. Be prepared for that when you do the visual inspection and you make the call to take him to the doctor. I would say give him a chance to get well on his own, her own time. But like in my case, I saw the vomiting spasms, whatever he's had, and nothing was coming out, got more frequent, and that worried me. That worried me. So if you feel worried and you need to check for your peace of mind, take him. It's good for them to have an exam once in a while. Okay, moving on. Bladder blockage in males is devastating, very devastating. I've had 2. We had 2 that we lost due to that. One was a kitten, poor baby. He was suffering all night, and we didn't know. That was my first bladder experience, and I should have, looking back now with the knowledge I have, but a lot of cat owners don't know, especially when it's your first kitten that you get. But he kept trying to go pee, and he'd be drop here and drop there, but nothing would come out, and he would cry, kind of squeal, but it wasn't hard at first. Towards the morning, he was moaning like in pain. That's when we took, like I was 7 o'clock, I was there. Like I left here at 6:30 in the morning. They opened at 7, I was there. And so they looked at him in an emergency sort of thing. A doctor came at Tiger Tails Animal Hospital and eased him out of his pain. It was too early for him to develop blockage, and we were told that that would be a lifelong condition. It was better for him to cross the rainbow. I miss him. I wonder what he might have been had he had not that. He was the cutest. I have a couple of videos of him on this channel. But yeah, this bladder blockage, if it happens after hours, and I've had that, a couple of times, make sure that you keep an eye on them, and take care of that situation, because it's important that your cat doesn't experience extended periods of blockage, because it's not just about the pain, it's other things can go wrong with them. So the earlier you detect it, the earlier you can solve the problem. So in connection with that, number 7, have a regular doctor office for your cats. We have Tiger Tails Animal Hospital in Duluth, Georgia, and I'm sure there are others around here that are good. We're very happy with their service. They seem to be on top of everything, as far as checking in, talking to the doctors. Everything's explained clearly. There's follow-up calls, emails, documentation of everything that's been done to your cat. You can have everything there. And so far, I don't have any complaints. We've had one cat, Ubita, that was operated on by Dr. Kim, and because she had cancer, and we had 2.5 more years after the surgery with her, and that was good. That was amazing to have that much more time with her. She was a nice, kind soul, peaceful. Towards the end, she would come and sleep next to me on the bed. We bonded a lot. I miss her too. We'll see her again though, and all these kittens that we part ways with, we'll see them again. I do believe in the afterlife there's a place for them, and there's a place for us to meet them, and actually at that time be able to communicate with them. I look forward to that. So in correlation with having a doctor's office for your cats, number 8, also have an emergency doctor office for your cats. That should be your second doctor's office after hours. You don't want a cat to stay overnight with a bladder blockage. Sometimes, and I've heard this from, I think you got it didn't happen to us, but if you don't treat the cat and the bladder keeps expanding and expanding, it'll burst inside of them. And I can only I cannot imagine the pain they have to go through, and then they die. Such a horrible way to go. At least if that blockage is taken care of, the pain eases away. The doctors will give them some pain medication, and if it's something that's not long-term recommended that you do, at least they'll pass in a peaceful way, cross that kitty rainbow, so to speak, in a peaceful way, not painful way. I don't mind when I took him there in the morning and he had the last shot. I was holding his little paw. He has such a relief in his eyes. I can see it even now. He was like just like that, like it's just a small sigh, and then he was gone. But he didn't suffer an explosion inside of him, bladder exploding. So that's what I'm saying. Try to ease off their pain. I treat my cats like human beings. I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if you have it in your heart to do that. I would recommend you treat them like a human being, because they're part of your family. Okay? They are not human beings, let's make that clear. But they are part of your family, and you have a bond with them. If you truly care, you will have a bond that is unexplainable. Unless you have a cat that you bonded with, you might not fully understand, but there is a bond. Cats, dogs, etc. Any kind of pets, birds, whatever you have in your heart to love, there is a bond there, right? So that's what I'm saying. Ease their pain. Just like you want your pain to be eased. Ease their pain. Number 9, make sure cats are hydrated during hot summer days. And I've mentioned this on my last vlog about the water stations. I now split it, not just in the kitchen, but I've got 2 bowls in my master bedroom, one in the kitchen, one in the living room. 2 bowls upstairs, so that takes care of all these cats. And I notice they drink more. I hear them drink more when I work on the computer. So that would be very important to make sure your cats are hydrated. Also, I give them dry and wet food. And now on some of the pâtés that I have, I might mix them with a little bit of hot water to make it more soft, more liquidy, if I could say, for them to swallow it easier. I do that. But on some of the foods that I do with water, I notice they don't really like it. So it's probably watered down, no taste as much. So I just kind of lately have been holding off and just putting a little bit of water if I really, really must. But otherwise, no. And let's see, last one. Don't overfeed your cats. Well, that is a temptation that all cat owners have, myself included. And I have done it in the beginning. Since we took our cats to the doctor and then talked to the doctors, and were highly recommended that we put them on a diet and kind of feed them a set amount of food, even though they ask for more. Sometimes you just have to say no, and I do that sometimes because they'll walk around me in the house and they'll ask for more food. It's not gonna happen. That's why I tell them it's not gonna happen, not now. And I look at the time, I'm like, okay, so you have until 5 o'clock. We have 30 more minutes before you get fed again. So you just have to wait. And some of them like it, some of them will still come after and complain. At which point, if I am feel inclined, I might give them a treat or two just to tie them over until I feed them. But I try not to jump the gun every time they say feed me, because they will say it. They can eat throughout the day. They can eat constantly if you give them food. So I think we are 50-50 with these cats. Some of them are good, they're in shape. Like Ina girl, came from the outside, feeding her the same amount of food as I did when she was outside. But now she gained a little weight and she looks like a sumo wrestler. And when she walks, she has this funny look on her body. Her baby's growing big. It's not fat. He's actually okay. I'm kind of happy. He's not that, he's actually staying in shape. But she, for some reason, she was running all the time. And I think that has a lot to do with it, because coming from the outside, inside, and not have to run, and not have to fend for your food, and have to hunt for your food, and for your baby's food, that's a big deal. She suddenly stopped. Now here, she enjoys it. She has a couch. One lazy boy, well, it's not a lazy boy. It's a one-seater, right? That extends. Well, she stays on that, and I have some clips on this channel with her on that chair, and she loves it. In the beginning, she tried to go outside, or she wanted to. We didn't let her. But now, she looks at the door and she doesn't want to go anywhere. She's comfortable here. She's happy here. Her baby's happy here, and I'm positive that, if I open the door, she might go out. She might not, but if she does, she might come back. Like Smokey, I put him outside, and the whole night he cried. He didn't want to stay outside, so we ended up bringing him back in the house. So that's about it for right now for my second vlog, June 21st, 2024. Just to recap, spend quality time with your cats. Number 1, clean the litter box every day. Number 2, feed your cats twice a day, and snacks, I guess, whenever if you see fit. Not too many snacks. That's number 3. Number 4, cut their nails at least once a month. 5, visually check their well-being daily, and usually I do that at feeding time, just so you know. I've already mentioned that. 6, bladder blockage in males is devastating. I've had 2 experiences like that. Number 7, have a regular doctor office for your cats. Number 8, have an emergency doctor office for your cats. Number 9, make sure cats are hydrated, especially during the hot summer days. And the last, number 10, don't overfeed your cats. If you do, they'll get too fat. They'll start have health problems, and they won't be happy, and you won't be happy, and then you'll pay a lot of money to the doctors for their visits and whatever they need to go through. I hope these vlogs are helping at least one person in the world about who is thinking about owning a cat or two. And I'll continue to bring in more points as time allows, and when I have a list, I'm ready, I'll come back and do it again. Happy Friday again to everybody, and until next time, take good care of yourselves and be kind to others. Goodbye.